Yo, what up, guys? Blondo here. Pardon that. Being that I've been on YouTube and that I've done numerous rant videos and gameplay videos, one of the things that I haven't done, being that I'm a Traverse City resident, is do state hospital stories. So, with that being said and done, I have 3 stories. Um, Come in my next video, I will give you video footage of 2 of the sightings. One which will be one of the buildings where I got an experience. So, the first experience, me and a bunch of friends are doing a spook hunt. And this was, oh God, like 10, 12 years ago. We were all in our real early to mid 20s. I remember I had to use the bathroom really bad, and of course there were no toilets or porta potties or whatever. Not saying that that was okay, it was not, and I do not encourage um, people to do that. Well, after that, we were getting all these bad vibes, and we're getting pictures of the old buildings, and during that time, I heard something. It was like a whisper, dark. Now I didn't know what that meant. Turned around to a buddy of mine and I said, "Did you guys just hear a whisper, dark?" And the individual said, "Maybe you were being told to stay out of the dark," which completely added up and was completely legit. And after that, we were getting nothing but bad vibes and feel like that we were chased off the property by some type of entity. The next story, I'm with another group of friends. We get this big tour. This may have been the second or third time we've toured this building, Cottage 30. Now, I do believe that the cottages were mainly used to house the tuberculosis and influenza patients and a lot of the patients during the Spanish flu of the 20s and 30s. Now, I don't remember what they were used before then, but after that, they were used to house a lot of the patients during the big pandemic of the 20s and 30s. So one of the tours, I'm on the 3rd floor. Now let me backtrack. The guy that gave us the tours would give us tours to prevent kids from breaking into the buildings. Now you can actually pay to tour the buildings, which I think is super cool. So going back to the story, we're on the 3rd floor. We're all wearing masks. And I have this feeling like I can't breathe. And I'm starting to have a panic attack at this moment. I'm keeping myself down. Everything was okay. But I remember we got to the second half of the 3rd floor and up to the attic. And just that whole time, I felt like I couldn't breathe. And I came to realize just recently that that was probably an experience from one of the old patients. That they were so ill that they couldn't breathe, kind of like with COVID today, the inability to breathe. Get down the other half of the 3rd floor, and I was fine. Next week, another tour, same building, I was fine. Now, this is a 2-part story, and in my next video, I will show you exactly where these experiences took place. So once again, I'm back with my friends. We're getting another tour. We get to tour this huge-ass building. And the guy that's giving the tour sends us back to look for stragglers. So we end up going through the old cafeteria, which I'm sure you've seen in other videos. We didn't find anyone. And normally, when it comes to ghost stories, it's told by one person. in the experience is only by one person. This was both me and a buddy of mine that had experienced this. We're getting towards the corridor to leave the cafeteria, and we hear footsteps as if it was coming towards us. Now that cafeteria was completely empty. So me and this buddy were like, next week we're gonna find this entity, and I don't remember the other part of it, but we're super stoked. Next week, another tour. I stepped into this hall and I felt something. Now, I'm not going to tell you that it was. I'm not going to say it was negative, because it was not a negative vibe. But it was just. I remember it being very strong. And once again, I will get you video footage of where I experienced that and commentary. And I remember as I stepped further and further down this hall, the stronger the feeling would get. And we finally get into this, past the main lobby into this hallway with a bunch of rooms. And there were 3 rooms, best way to word it, interconnected. Like you could get into all 3, you can get through all 3 rooms easily. There were some barriers, but there was not a lot. There were barriers, but there were openings so you could get to the other portions of the rooms. And so I stepped in there, and I swear someone or something was in that room with me. And I stepped out. This one guy comes stepping in. He's not in there 10 seconds, and he says, "Whatever's in this room is gone now." I stepped in there and I felt nothing. So those are my state hospital stories. I would not consider any of them to be negative, only because it was an experience that I got to have, and it was very beautiful. I will make mention of one thing. I would sit out there at night and vent, because there was a lot of bad shit going down one year. And I remember parking my car up there and chain smoking by the water tower. And I caught a first snowfall that year, which was really cool. Great antidepressant, strangely. But, yeah, so those are my stories. I hope you enjoyed them. This is Blondo signing off. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell to get new updates on videos. Like, comment. Trying to think of what else to say. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next video.